Hey guys, Trish Blackwell here, founder of the College of Confidence and your confidence coach. I'm here in this week's video to talk to you about how to become more aware of who you are. So we all want to be ourselves, but if we don't know what it is that makes us us, it is very difficult to figure out who we are and how to live out who we are if you don't first know what you love. So I want to bring you a video today, a very short video based off of podcast episode number 82, which you will see a link to that right here in this video. And we're talking about authenticity and how to really live out the best versions of ourselves, how to become more of who we are. So what I want to bring to you today is how to really take inventory, a 3-step process to taking inventory of you and your value, and in particular, your passions. So in general, my first step for people is to literally start with making a list. Make a list of what you love. And I mentioned that in the podcast show, and I want to make sure that you understand that this is such a fundamental step in the process. It may seem trite, it might seem tedious, and it might seem that you might just assume that you know about everything that you already love, but really when you take a pen to paper, or perhaps you're typing and you're writing on your computer, but you actually take the time and effort to make a list, that's when your brain starts being able to get engaged. That's where ideas start flowing, and you're going to realize that you actually love more than you think you do. Now, here's the greatest question that you might be asking yourself. Okay, so step 1 of taking inventory of my value is to make a list of what I love. Well, what does that have to do with value? Well, it has a lot to do with value, because the second thing I wanted to share with you today is that you need to take what you love and turn that into a lifelong exploration. So it's by discovering the things that we love about life that we then take life to the next level. We then know that, okay, so life, I don't just love writing or words or type font or calligraphy. I must really love the way words look on paper. If that's one of my loves, how do I take that love to the next level? Well, I start exploring and understanding more about writing and style, and maybe I start writing, and maybe I realize that fundamentally, gosh, I love writing. I'm a writer. Now that's a personal example of mine, but you can take anything that you love and just start asking yourselves more and more about it. What is it about that thing that you love that you love? What is it? Can you describe it? What does it feel like? What is the experience? What does it make your body feel like? How do you feel intellectually, emotionally, spiritually when you're doing something that you love? Do you feel freedom? Do you feel alive? Do you feel invigorated? Is it exciting? What is it about the things that you love? Because you see, once you have that list, as you take inventory of your value and how to really maximize who you are in life, once you have that list of what you love and you take it and you start asking yourself deep questions as you keep just engaging in those things that you love, you're going to then go, gosh, like I'm learning about myself. Like it's a way to really dig in and investigate, what is it that makes your heart tick? What is it? I think on my list, another example is I love snowboarding. What is it about snowboarding that I love? Well, I had to keep going out to the mountain to find out. Day after day, and every opportunity that I had last winter, I would go and I'd be on the mountain for 12 hours by myself. My earphones in and just carving down the mountain. And it took me a few times, actually, a few weeks even, to figure out what is it that I love about this and how can I describe it? Because once you can describe something that you love, you then have ownership of it. You can then take it to a new, deeper level. You know, what I love about that is that new, deeper level then is what takes us to step number 3 in taking your inventory of yourself and really getting to know you by figuring out what you love. And that is becoming a lifetime learner. By becoming a learner, and particularly every single person here, I don't care if you hated school, becoming a learner in life starts with learning about the things that you love. So if you love something, you're going to love learning about it as well. So as you become engaged in learning and you become a student of life, you then learn how to take your loves and those things that you're able to describe about your love to the next level by literally taking them and seeing that those things that you love for a reason. Characteristically, they start revealing strengths and gifts that you have inside of you. They start revealing to you things about yourself that you actually have had deep laid inside, and you're sort of like giving them opportunity to blossom and grow. And it's those things that become our greatest strengths. Those are the gifts that we have to give to the world. So ultimately, we are able then to better serve and love others and at the end of the day, make an impact in this world in which we're living. And I'll tell you what, it all starts with making a list. It all starts with deciding, what is it that I love? And then taking it and start exploring it from an intellectual and an emotional perspective and experiencing it and pursuing it and saying, how can I become a learner about this? What is this that I love so much? What is it about this? And then you take that, okay, so what does that mean about me? I love this because of this, and it makes me feel alive, and it gets me enthusiastic about life, and I feel connected to nature, or I feel inspired to live out a passion, or I feel like creativity just arising within me, or maybe you're participating, you love volunteering, and you feel that connection with serving your community. So what does that mean that you can give more of? That's what's so amazing about taking inventory of your life and about who you are and of your value by starting with what you really love to do. And I mean what you love to do. Not what you've done your whole life, not what others have told you to do. What is it that you love to do? And if you really love it, you're going to be able to have the patience and the curiosity to go and dive deep and figure out what is it about those things that you love. What is it about my coffee that I love? What's the experience? What does it say to me? And then once I have that knowledge, I can then take it and share it with others and start seeing that that's a strength of mine, that I have this ability to appreciate small details. Or maybe it's something that on my list of things I love that just makes me so enthusiastically engaged with life. And with my history, I have a passion to help others who had some sideway years, who were in the dumps, who had an eating disorder, who didn't know that life was abundant and full of joy and has greatness that's available to us. And I want to share that enthusiasm with others. But I had to figure out first, what did I love? What was it about the things I loved to really figure out what are these gifts that I have that I can ultimately share? And as you start digging into life and really celebrating the things that you love, the things that literally, I mean, you'll know what you love. It will make your heart sing. What are those things that make your heart sing? And as you celebrate those, I tell you, life becomes just a little bit sweeter. And what's even cooler, not even following that 3-step spectrum I was telling you about, the love, making the list of the things you love, becoming a life learner about those things, and then taking what you've learned and applying it to serve and honor and build up others. Even outside of that equation, you will inspire others by your mere example of living life to the fullest, of going and pursuing the things that you love, of being just so unabashedly in love with life, or in love with whatever that hobby of yours is, that passion, that thing that you love. I don't even care if it's a football team. It doesn't matter what it is. Football team, the fact that you like calligraphy, as my example was, or snowboarding, or writing, or maybe just a voracious reader. Maybe you really love children and you're involved really at a deep level at a daycare center, and that just nurturing others. Whatever that passion is, when you really give yourself permission to put your heart 100% into it, you will find so much joy that it's contagious. And what's so beautiful about that is that you are setting the example and literally showing people how to fully engage in life. You are showing people through your actions of engaging in life and celebrating life and really participating at a fundamentally engaged presence in the everyday by pursuing the things that you love. Because I'm convinced that we love what we love for a reason. You have a passion and unique desires put on your heart. And I think that you love what you love for a reason. I love what I love for a reason. And so I feel like we're called to go pursue those things, because by doing so, the people around you are watching. The people around you that are sitting on the sidelines of life, wanting more, wanting to know that they can step up and go pursue the things that make their heart sing. But no one's yet told them how to do it or that they can. You're a mere example of living out your life, and living out that love list does that. You are speaking to people by your example without even knowing it. Because life is an action, it is a verb, and it's something that we participate in. And so I'm encouraging you today to go out there and be more of you. Go be you, be free, and go love.